Perfect. All right. So now we are recording. Um,
Is it supposed to be an hour?
is it supposed to be what?
Is it supposed to be an hour long?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be now long, but I have to take off early because I have class at 3. And I think somebody said they have something at 2:30.
I have like an appointment at 2:30.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
So yeah, we'll figure that out. Honestly, I don't think it matters so much today. I think an hour seems a little excessively long for this, but
Yeah.
question: are you guys all on Tempe campus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So minus first shift is doing higher for
Okay. So everybody's in Tempe campus. I'm trying to figure. Okay, so maybe if we have to meet up for something, like we could meet up in person for something. So would that work for you guys?
Yeah, we can meet up at like Hayden.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. That sounds great. Yeah, because I feel like this kind of online meeting is a little awkward a lot of times. So that's good. Did any of you guys do the reading?
Yeah, I read it.
Edit?
The
Yeah.
whole article.
I'm gonna be honest. I just kind of quickly looked it over because I just have not had time today. But I think what we're supposed to do today is we're supposed to discuss the mental traits of ID thinkers, and then paraphrase the examples.
Okay, wait. Where did you find that? Where did you find the reading?
Paraphrase.
The reading?
Under the Sunday assignment.
Yeah, it's under Module 1 on Sunday's assignment.
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah. So basically we just have to read through this and we have to discuss this, what is going on in this thing. And then we all have to write our own kind of summary of the ID thinkers. So does that look right to you guys? Does it sound right?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. And we also have to like record what time we met and all that stuff. Okay, that's easy. And then I can upload it to YouTube. So I can take care of all that and whatnot.
Why do we have to upload so many things for this class? I understand it's online, of course, but like.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. We have recorded so many videos of it.
Amazing person. Haven't you read my
A little much, but
It's only 8 videos, right? Because it's only an 8-week course. All right.
I think it's going to be more than that because it's an 8-week course. It's supposed to normally be 15 weeks. So I would probably guess somewhere around 12 to 15 videos if we're meeting probably twice a week.
Wait, I think the meeting is once a week. I'm pretty
I think it's once a week.
Okay,
that's
once a week.
total, I believe.
All right, perfect. All right. So this should we get into this ID thinkers or whatever thing, or?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I guess. Ideal thinkers. You could say they're open-minded. I don't know what to say. How much to say about it?
In the article, it says, are we talking about like the empathy, ethical consciousness, humility? Is that the stuff we're talking about? Because they went over multiple traits and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Like traits, like I think there were entrepreneurship was one of them, love of learning, self-reflection, courage, intellectual courage.
Yeah. Independent of judgment, open-minded, communicative, competence, and abstract thinking.
Here, I'll send this link in this thing here, so that if whoever hasn't looked at it, but it's on page 101 of that. So let's just like dive right into entrepreneurship. What do you guys think about the trait of entrepreneurship?
Trait.
It's cool. It's you have to be
A risk taker.
Mm-hmm.
It says here.
Yo, you gotta speak up.
Me?
Yeah, whoever was just talking there, you have to speak louder. Or get closer to your mic.
How about now?
There we go.
That sounds better.
Okay.
So what were you saying about entrepreneurship there?
So it says in the article they're risk takers and they try to innovate.
Mhm.
So maybe we can expand on that.
Well, so one of the things for entrepreneurship for me is entrepreneurs are always creating something.
Yeah.
And we're all interdisciplinary sciences, and we're kind of all creating our own major, really. I don't think any of us have the same two combinations. I don't even know if any of us have the same a concentration in common. So we're kind of just combining our own thing and going our own way.
Yeah.
And we're kind of have something in common that we're all doing the same thing, like that we're all trying to do something like that, but we're not combining the same things together, and we don't have the same interests necessarily. So I think that is a big thing of entrepreneurship and how it relates to interdisciplinary sciences.
Okay.
Definitely.
Anybody else has anything else they want to say about that, or should we just move on to the next one?
Yeah, we can just move on to the next one.
Love of learning. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, that's interesting.
There's like
Love of learning.
article.
So in the article it says love of learning is exploring new ideas and challenge your own thinking, basically. So
I like that. I like that.
are we supposed to be like writing notes about how we define these, or?
So, not necessarily. It's basically at the end, each one of us has to write our own kind of post on
Mhm.
the discussion board about what we discussed. So if it helps to write down notes of what we're all talking about, then definitely do that. Otherwise, it's supposed to kind of be, I think, our own interpretation, but after we've all met together, right?
Okay. So self-reflection.
Self-reflection. Sweet. So let's jump into that next one after level learning. It's self-reflection, right? Or were we just doing that one? Oh, okay.
We did love of learning. So self-reflection is self-conscious, carefully thinking about your behavior and belief.
Mm.
Yo, I'm gonna close my laptop for a second.
Yeah, so it says here something about writing intellectual autobiography is a common method used in interdisciplinary science. That sounds like a great way to reflect on yourself, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You guys want to just hop into the next one, intellectual courage, then?
Okay.
Cool.
So how did you define it?
Well, so I kind of related everything back to this major. And for me, intellectual courage is that since you're kind of creating something new again here, it's kind of a courageous step. You're taking this step, doing something that nobody else is really doing. So you have to kind of you have to have the courage to do that. It's because you're kind of going your own way on this. And it's difficult, and there's no you're not going to find somebody else who's already done your concentrations. And if you do, that'd be incredible. But so that's what it was for me.
Okay. It's a pretty good definition. And independent of judgment. How would you define that?
Independent of judgment. Well, let me think about that for a second. Somebody else have one for that?
I didn't really, to be honest, for this one, I did not really understand what it was trying to say.
That's kind of how I felt. I didn't know if it was we are supposed to be independent of judging people, or if we're supposed to resist people's judgments or something.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah. Can someone help me find where you guys are finding these readings, please?
Did you check the text message group? I sent it there. And
Yeah,
then
but
sent
I
out-
click on it, like it's bringing up an error.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be logged into your MyASU to do that.
Yeah.
I'm logged in right now. I'm looking at the like his page, the 301 page.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where are you going? Where do you go on the left hand side?
So what you got to do is you got to click on Module 1, then scroll down to the bottom and go to Sunday, and click on Sunday's assignment thing, and
Okay.
that'll open up a page, and then at the top it'll say Mental Traits of an Interdisciplinary Thinker, and that's what you want to go into.
So this is
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm here.
Mhm.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so independent of judgment. Anybody else has something they want to say about that?
Do you know when the quiz is due and all this stuff?
There's a quiz due tonight. There's some sort of quiz we have to take on the app we have to download. And then on Sunday, we have to have, I think, this our summary or paraphrasing of the traits.
Okay. So, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
It's so weird starting this class mid-semester and there's so much stuff that's involved with it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a little much right now. Honestly, at the end of this, we should just discuss meeting in person so that way it goes quicker.
Yeah.
Since we're all in Tempe campus, I don't think it makes too much sense to do this video thing.
Yeah. Sure. To go over like
Well, at least
individual
this
stuff.
week there's not much to do, so it's not bad. But next week we should do something around like Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, get it done earlier. I agree. All right, well let's quickly just power through these. I think that was the last main one. There's some other ones that mentions like patience and tolerant ambiguity. I don't know what tolerant ambiguity is, and I think we all know what patience is, though.
Mm-hmm. I think the tolerance for ambiguity is like having an open mind to multiple interpretation of a subject.
Mhm.
So it's you're not like having a fixed mindset. Like if you hear something, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You have to take in multiple ideas and redefine the meaning of the word.
I could agree with that. Sweet. I think those are kind of the main ones that we're supposed to talk about. So, okay, we're supposed to also say examples of these traits.
Okay.
So I don't know if we want to just go back real quick and say what's an example of entrepreneurship, or
Yeah. So
I can put an example of entrepreneurship.
go for it.
I sell supercars, so I buy them for cheap. Oh, my first supercar deal was a Z8. My client was going to get 100,000, so I knew I can sell it for more, so I offered him a deal in which I got a percentage of the sale. I marketed the car. There was 14 cars in the nation, so I had heavy influence over the market. So I marketed my car higher than it was appraised for, and moved the market up. And then by the time I sold it, there was like 42 cars for sale at my price. So when I sold it for like 140,000. It needed 30,000 in repair. It was like beat the fuck up, and I still got hella money for it. So basically, my client drove the car for 15 years for free and made 15 grand.
Dang, there we go.
Put 50,000 miles on like a exotic car for free.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and then like any other little thing like I do, I'll buy for. It basically comes down to buying for less and selling for more. Give or take like a 2 or 3% swing negative, and sell it 2-3% higher, and then you make a profit margin. That's how you make profit.
Okay, that was actually a really good example.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Love of learning. Does anybody want to do one for love of learning?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that one. I never even heard of this concept before, to be honest.
I mean, I can figure out obviously the love for learning, but I don't know if I truly love learning. Like I like learning things that I like to learn about.
Yeah, like
But
something that has to do with my own interest.
yeah, but I mean, sometimes school is learning a lot of things you don't want to learn about.
Yeah, I would say maybe like school just as love of learning. Because I guess since we chose this major, we must somewhat like it more than other majors. So like that's our love of learning.
Hmm.
True.
So I guess that would be our examples. Hey, we chose two areas that we enjoy enough to want to study over anything else at this university. God knows how many thousands of majors.
Yeah.
True. And our majors are less specific in regards to like my business class are taken in the WP Carey School of Business. But I remember my business plan for entrepreneurship, actually it was in the business school. It was very like specialized. I don't know. So I kind of like learning business and psychology. Like if I learned business, I can only learn business. I can't learn psychology unless I really double majored, and that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a halfway of a double major.
Yeah, exactly. What are your concentrations?
Business and psychology.
Business and psychology. I'm like similar, but I'm psychological and cognitive. So.
School.
Cool. So that's a great example for that. How about self-reflection? Everybody's got a good example of that.
Self-reflection.
I mean, right there in the reading, he was talking about intellectual autobiography. It's a common method used for in interdisciplinary studies, which seems like a good way. I had to do that for a class last semester. We had to write like our own autobiography of our life, and it's a great way to kind of look back on your life and kind of be like, hey, this decision I made influenced me this way, or something like that. So,
Okay.
I think intellectual courage. Who wants to take that one on for an example?
Who wants it? I did too.
How about Brooke? We haven't heard from you. Do you have an example of that?
For intellectual courage, see, more generally, it's easier to assume that our perspective was right. I could relate it back because I work for Apple, and I started off with customer service and troubleshooting for them, and and so it's really easy to assume that my perspective was correct, but then I had to realize that there are multiple perspectives when it comes to troubleshooting issues. So with intellectual courage, like you have to learn that your perspective is not always right, and it's okay to be wrong in certain situations and learn from that. So you learn from your mistakes, basically.
I like it.
True.
The last one, independence of judgment.
Independence of judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Like judgment from like availability heuristic is what we call it in psychology. The first thing that comes to your mind when you see like somebody or something, and you may have preconceived notions or like biased.
Yeah, bias.
Towards thinking, you know what I mean, a certain type of way. But I mean, if you approach every situation newly, then without bias from like, you know what I mean, your day or you know what I mean, whatever, then I think that's relating to the topic. What was the topic name again?
That was independence of judgment, but you're right because it
Yeah.
talks about grappling with our ignorance and stuff. So you're right there. I think bias is just this perfect way to describe that there. So sweet. Yeah, so I think we kind of covered everything we need to cover.
Well,
So here's the thing. We have 2 other video readings that need to be due by Tuesday and Thursday of next week, right?
Wait. Module 2.
So I'm just reading what it says on that the link for this meeting. It says next week you will have to have completed the 2 readings / videos before your live discussion.
So where are you reading this?
On module 1, all the way scroll down to the Sunday section. Do you see that? So basically, we have to do 2 readings, and one of the readings is due on Tuesday. One of them is due on Sunday, right? And we have to do these before we meet. So if we meet on Tuesday, we can just hammer both of them out at once, if that works. I'm curious if any of you guys are down to just meet in person instead.
I'm down.
Yeah.
To do this?
In the library. So.
It
Yeah,
might be a little hard for me because I'm in the poly campus, but we need to record the meeting anyway, so how would we do that in person?
Well, we could just put the recording app on my phone and just record that, or we could Skype you in or something.
Yeah.
Zoom you in.
Yeah, that works too.
I find these meetings kind of awkward, and then everybody has to get into the thing, and we lose time. I feel like if we just met in person, we can get this out way quicker.
Yeah.
And deal with it class too. So. Yeah. Awesome. Well.
Wait. Before we so where are you seeing this assignment again? Because I cannot find it. Where?
I'll send it in the. I'll send it once again in the chat and in this Zoom thing, but it's literally that link. Click on that link.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it says discuss your next meeting time will be, and then in parentheses, he's telling us what's coming up next week. So, all right. I will send a text message out later today and be like, hey, what time works for you guys on Tuesday? Do you guys have a rough estimate? Like, is it morning or afternoon that works best?
For what day?
Tuesday next week, or even Monday next week.
Around this time works good for me.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Wait, on Tuesday. You said Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Let me look.
So we don't have to figure it out right now, but we can have like some sort of.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm down.
Perfect.
I'm free from 10 to 6 on Tuesday.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect.
Cool.
All right, guys. So I'll send it in the group chat. And we'll just hammer it out there. But great. I'm looking forward to this. I will upload our meeting to the YouTube or whatnot.
Okay.
Sounds good. Everybody. Yep.
For next.
Before we leave, what do we have to do today? So it's just let's see, just on Thursday, read,
You
avoid, and
need
play.
to go into Sunday assignment. You have to pretty much write a paper about what we just discussed, and it has questions in there that you pretty much have to answer. It's pretty short actually. But for next week, it looks like I can't tell which video we have to watch. Is it the 9-minute video for next week before our meeting? And we have to read the article.
Yeah, I don't know which video because I haven't looked into it, but for today, we have to download that smartphone app.
Yeah, I already did that. It's pretty fast.
Okay, so yeah, so we're basically chilling until Sunday. So it's
Yeah.
just the app, and then this thing is due Sunday. Cool.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Sounds good, guys. Looking forward to it. Take care.
Yeah. Thank
Take
you.
care.
See ya.
Bye.